Welcome you on behalf of UCLG ASPAC, who's organizing this pre-conference event on boosting local authority actions to implement the Sendai framework in Asia. We have amongst us the esteemed guests and panelists, Shri Professor Chandra Shekhar, Honorable Minister of Disaster Management Department from Government of Bihar. And we have the Secretary General of UCLG ASPAC, Dr. Bernadia, who's come in here from Jakarta. And I would now request Dr. Bernadia to please give her opening remarks and address the guests. Thank you.
Namaste. We call it Subrapat. Subrapat is good morning in local language here. And I like to welcome everyone to this local government session, pre-conference session that we organize together with partners, CityNet, of course UNISDR and several other partners. So why we want to organize this? Because we know that local governments play crucial role in implementing Sendai framework for actions. So, and we are here all together because this is the first ministerial conference on disaster risk reduction that is organized after Sendai framework for action was approved last year. And also, as you know, that last year also Sustainable Development Goals was approved, as well as a new urban agenda that was approved just last month in Quito. And this new urban agenda in Quito, I think many of you must have also participated in this Habitat 3 conference, including myself and some of our colleagues here. And so many global agendas that have recently been approved. And how can this Sendai framework for action also connect with those global agenda? I don't need to highlight how important Asia Pacific region with regards to disasters, risk management, and also because this region is one of the most disaster-prone areas in the world, and a mix of factors account for the high mortality in the regions due to disasters, including highly dense urban areas, poor planning. Many of the cities and regions here have a very poor planning. How can risks are reduced? Also, I think we face several disasters, floods, and maybe every second, every minute, you see that floods and disasters happen in any part of these regions. So the time frame of the Sendai framework, and indeed the document itself complements the Sustainable Development Goals, which also underscores resilience and also disaster risk reductions. And you can see from the goal 11, make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. This is also aligned with the Quito New Urban Agenda. So today in the pre-conference, actually there are several objectives. One is as local governments, we have to commit and also agree to boost local government's action to implement Sendai framework. And we are so pleased that not only local governments, mayors attending these events, but also several partners, because we know that local governments alone cannot do everything. So we need the partnerships. We need to have a partnership with several stakeholders, including NGOs, private companies, as well as research institutions. So we thought you local leaders, disaster risk reduction and building resilience will move backwards. So this is immense risk and damage to gains already achieved since the Hyogo framework for actions. So especially with the climate change upon us, disaster risk reduction must be treated with a sense of urgency. So I just want to repeat that there is a sense of urgency because we have quite close targets by 2020, and of course in the framework itself is up to 2030, but there is also quite urgent things that we need to do by 2020, and we have only 3 years remains, before we close those commitment. So through this session, another important aspect is that we have circulated the draft statement that is going to be read during the Asian Minister Conference on Disaster Risk Reductions. And we collected this statement based on several consultations done by several partners, UCLG, ASPAC, and in our Congress, and also CityNet with the meeting they had in Taipei, and also several others consultations through emails, through feedbacks that we receive from members, local governments throughout the Asia-Pacific regions. So you have seen this, I believe, because we circulated to some of you earlier. If you have not seen, we have extra copies here. Another one that quite important is after we agreed on the voluntary action statement, second, we also need to monitor and maybe do a documentation of good practices and lessons learned on local DRR. So we are happy. We want to hear from local governments and also partners here what expectations, what kind of commitments, what kind of actions, what kind of wishes, and what kind of promises you have for our own constituents. So, and lessons learned, there are a lot of lessons learned on local DRR actions and input from the 2017 global platform on DRR. So I'm pleased to also be here and meet all of you here for the pre-conference sessions in this New Delhi beautiful place. And I'm also very happy that we have a minister here with us. Actually, we have quite similar names. My name is Chandra Devi. And then Chandra Sekhar, minister. So Chandra means moon. So because my name actually is come from Sanskrit, so that when I'm in India, people know already the meaning. So I'm very pleased that we all gather today, and I'm very sure we will have a very productive session. And through this gathering, it also shows commitments, how important this issue for everyone, for every city, for every region. So we also urge that you continue to be champions. We need more champions, like many of you here on DRR, and further influence other cities and local governments. Because when you look at the number of cities and local governments, like Asia Pacific is more than 10,000 local governments. So how can we connect with not only 50, 100, 200, but thousands cities and local governments, especially in Asia Pacific region. So this is why the role of local government associations is very important. So we are also welcoming local government associations here with us. In the Philippines, for example, you have more than 2,000, Indonesia 560. How can we connect all those local governments, not only limiting to big cities or capital cities? So thank you very much, and I strongly support much of our joint actions and joint effort to bring prosperity for this Asia-Pacific region, the most lovely regions, since we all live here, and we need to be also stronger and work together to make this Asia-Pacific region not only prosper, but also be resilient. So thank you once again. I don't know how to say thank you in local language. Dhanyavad. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Banadia. Now I would request the Honorable Minister, Professor Chandrasekhar, to kindly address the delegates. Thank you.
Honorable Dr. Banadia Chandra Devi, and all the participants. I am speaking in Hindi because Hindi is my personal mother language, and so सेंडाई फ्रेमवर्क पर जो लोकल अथॉरिटी के बूस्टिंग के सवाल हैं, जिस पर हम लोग अभी इस मीटिंग में शेयर कर रहे हैं, कैसे बिना लोकल अथॉरिटी को बूस्टअप किए हुए, बिना लास्ट यूनिट को एक्टिवेट किए हुए ये डिसास्टर पर पूरी तरह से तैयारी नहीं हो सकती है। इसके लिए हम अपने विलेज लेवल पर बिहार में बीडीएमपी की तैयारी कर रहे हैं, विलेज डिसास्टर मैनेजमेंट प्लान। डीडीएमपी मेरा फंक्शनल है और राज्य स्तर पर जो हमारा बीएसडीएमए है, उसी तरह से हम गांव लास्ट यूनिट विलेज लेवल पर इसको बनाने की प्लानिंग कर रहे हैं। सबसे बड़ी बात मेरी समझ में ये आती है कि क्या हम जो पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं ये महसूस करते हैं कि डिसास्टर रिस्क को रिड्यूस करने के लिए, लोकल अथॉरिटी को बूस्टअप करने के लिए कहीं मुझे तो मोटिवेशन की ज़रूरत नहीं है। सो इनिशियली
The Honorable Minister just said that disaster cannot be worked on unless the last mile community is involved, and he's planning on the village level disaster management plan, and he thinks that where we stand as a person, probably how motivated are we to address disaster management. Thank you.
थैंक यू। तो मैं पर्सनली ये फील करता हूँ कि मोटिवेशनल पार्ट डिसास्टर मैनेजमेंट का होना चाहिए। तो रिस्क रिड्यूस करने के लिए मोटिवेशन ग्राउंड लेवल पर जाए, निचले स्तर तक जाए, इसकी आवश्यकता महसूस करता हूँ। सेंडाई जापान में 14 से 18 मार्च 15 तक जो कॉन्फ्रेंस हुए, फिर हमारी सरकार ने मई 2015 में पटना मीट के माध्यम से, पटना डिक्लेरेशन के माध्यम से अपनी पॉलिसी को डिक्लेयर किया, और वो हमारा माइलस्टोन है। और मुझे यह बताते हुए अपार खुशी है, गौरव है कि हमारी सरकार ने इसको अडॉप्ट किया, और 15 साल के 15 इयर्स के जो टारगेट हैं कि हमें डिसास्टर रिस्क रिडक्शन के लिए क्या क्या करने हैं डीआरआर के लिए, और यह मई 2015 में हमने पॉलिसी फ्रेमवर्क किया। और मैं ये बताऊं कि अप्रैल 2016 में बिहार इस देश का पहला राज्य बना जिन्होंने कैबिनेट से अप्रूवल दिया डीआरआर पर, और उस पर हम कदम बाय कदम आगे बढ़ने में लगे हुए हैं। और जिस भी तरह की स्टेप्स, गाइडलाइंस, एग्रीमेंट हुए थे सेंडे फ्रेमवर्क में, उस ओर बिहार अपना स्टेप्स, एडवांस स्टेप्स ले रहे हैं।
The Honorable Minister just said that motivation should be a part of DRR, and after Sendai in May 2015 they formulated the Patna Declaration, which was actually a milestone in DRR activities in Bihar, and government adopted the 15-year target for DRR, and in April 2016 Bihar was the first state to take approval on DRR and are working step by step on it.
विलेज लेवल पर हमने जो काम शुरू किया वो प्रत्येक पंचायत में 5 लोगों को ट्रेन किया गया डिसास्टर रिस्क के कॉम्पिटेंसी के लिए। उसकी प्लानिंग हमारी 10 तक अभी जाने की है। हम स्कूल सेफ्टी प्रोग्राम करते हैं हम, और एक साथ लगभग 1.25 लाख स्कूलों में स्कूल सेफ्टी प्रोग्राम हम लगातार कर रहे हैं। प्रतिवर्ष रोड सेफ्टी प्रोग्राम कर रहे हैं, और इसके लिए जो हमारी ये यूनिट ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा कारगर हो, हम लगातार इस विषय में कोई न कोई एक्टिविटीज करते रहते हैं। कॉन्फ्रेंस मीटिंग, डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल पर कॉन्फ्रेंस मीटिंग, कि जो ऑल पार्टिसिपेंट्स हों, सिविलियंस हों, वहाँ तक अवेयरनेस जाए। मैंने व्यक्तिगत रूप से महसूस किया, इसलिए मैंने मोटिवेशनल ट्रेनिंग की बात कही, मोटिवेशन की बात कही, कि मैंने व्यक्तिगत तौर पर ये महसूस किया है कि हमारे जीन में, हमारे ब्लड में ये अवेयरनेस कैसे जाए, और बिना लोकल अथॉरिटी को अवेयर किए हुए, मोटिवेट किए हुए, इट इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल। तो इसके लिए